How you doing, guys? DJ AJ 101 here, and I'm here with a little article for you today of the iPad 3. This actually came out on Friday. Finally getting a chance to tell you guys about it now. It says here the new iPad 3 will be LTE, quad-core processor, and Retina display packed full of these three great things of goodness, you know, long-term evolution, 4G networking, of course a quad-core, more than likely a i6 processor, and a Retina type display, so a high-definition display in the next iPad. It said that Bloomberg was reporting this, and they said these rumors are pretty solid. It says Apple's next iPad tablet due out in March will be supporting a high-definition screen, run a faster processor, and work with long-term evolution wireless networks, according to three people familiar with the product. So obviously they want to throw LTE in it, and the reason that they're saying they want to throw LTE in the iPad first before the iPhone, which may give may give an indication about the next iPhone coming in October, November timeframe, kind of like it did this past year in 2011, is that the iPad 3 is going to have a better battery, an improved battery. So it'll actually be able to handle LTE, because LTE is obviously more power consuming. It'll be able to handle LTE better. So the bigger battery in the iPad 3 will actually be the keystone on to make LTE work in the iPad 3, which I would love to see. I mean, I know that Apple is kind of saying, well, we don't want to support LTE until the battery life gets better with the chips, and also because the carriers have been very laxed in rolling out their LTE. I would say probably besides Verizon. Verizon is pretty much in every one of the major markets right now. LTE is kind of picking up the pace a little bit this year, and of course a little bit last year with their LTE market spread up. And of course Sprint really has yet to get on the bandwagon of the LTE the bandwagon of LTE, period, because they've been working with WiMAX for so many years, and now they're finally switching over to LTE to join everybody else. So hopefully they'll be able to get roaming on these LTE networks as well, so they'll get better coverage. Hopefully that would be the case, but who knows. I would really like to see LTE, especially just for AT&T and Verizon, because I really do think that Verizon does have the better LTE network right now. Might choose some, might make some people jump on the LTE network on their network anyway, to get this 4G LTE speed, which would be kind of nice to see. I'd like to see faster data. Of course, all of us that are used to using 3G, 4G LTE is just blazing fast, at least up to 10 times faster from what I hear than 3G is right now on all these 3G networks. So it would be nice to see LTE. A quad-core processor would be also incredibly nice to see, of course, with bigger battery in the iPad 3, faster graphics for games, opening applications, using more advanced applications, and hopefully the SDK from Apple getting a little more advanced from what you can all do with the touch screen display on the iPad 3. And of course, speaking of touchscreen, moving on to the last thing that they're reporting, it's going to be a Retina type display. So just like on the iPhone 4 and the 4S, more pixels per inch. So I guess I don't know if they're not saying exactly what the resolution of this display would be. I believe I'd heard it a while back, but it's going to be about the same type of display as you get on the iPhone, so it's going to be triple or quadruple the resolution, which would be really nice. I know I have the current iPad, and it does look a little pixelated. It does look a little outdated compared when you look at the iPhone 4 and the 4S. Pixels are very, very, very minimally noticed, and of course, when you can't see the pixels, it really does look crystal clear, and it just looks like, looks like nothing else you really have ever seen. And so it would be nice to get a Retina type display, even if it's not the exact same resolution, pixels per inch on the iPhone. It would be nice to see a higher resolution display on the iPad 3. And of course, all these rumors are coming from Bloomberg, and they said that it had updated, said that Apple's going to bring the LTE to the iPad, like I was saying before, because of the bigger battery. They're also saying that the display might be a little bit thicker as well, because apparently Sharp has been supplying these LCE display panels for the iPads ever since the beginning, I guess. And of course, it says right here that it's failed to approval with Apple, and that it might be a slightly thicker form factor to accommodate the dual light bar design supporting on the ISP displays from Samsung and LG. So those might be the two suppliers of the iPad 3 screen. But, all these rumors look pretty solid. I would say at least a faster processor and a better screen on the iPad 3. I would really hope for LTE, but it may not come this time around just because of Sprint and AT&T really trying to pick up the pace with their LTE rollout and trying to get these markets set in place, kind of like Verizon already has been. And, of course, Verizon, even though I'm a big fan of their network as I have a Verizon iPhone, still haven't been 100% on par, because obviously they've had some major outages all around the country. There have been at least 2 or 3 times within the past few months that they've had an outage where the entire 4G LTE network was down. Everybody was stuck using 3G for a few hours at least. And of course, you know, these LTE networks really do have to advance and get approved and mature a little bit more. As I was saying, I think I did an LTE outage video for Verizon when they had one of their outages, and I said, you know, really is going to take at least a couple of years for these LTE networks to advance and mature and be able to get on the on par, I guess, quote unquote, of these 3G networks that are actually reliable. But anyways, what do you guys think? I'm just kind of rambling on about this and just kind of giving you my thoughts on what it would be. I really hope to see all three of these. I think we're going to see at least two of them. The quad core and the better display, I would really hope to see LTE as well. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think the next iPad is going to have all three of these? Do you think that's going to be lacking a better display to save price? Or do you think that the current iPad is going to be rolled down kind of like the iPhone 4 is, be maybe $100 or $200 cheaper to compete with, of course, the lower end tablets, maybe even the Kindle Fire, even though they're kind of not on the same page, the iPad and the Kindle Fire. Kindle Fire is, you know, kind of a completely different tablet, lacking some of the main features that the iPad has in general. But what do you guys think? Please leave a comment below, and also send me a message if you have a question. I'd be more than happy to answer it. Also rate this video up, that helps me out, and also subscribing helps me out if you guys would like to keep up my tech content. Even though I don't know how much of this content is tech content. I usually make one of these little but no, I'm just kidding, guys. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and please subscribe if you would like to keep up on my content, and I will see you guys in my next video. Have a great one tonight, guys. Bye.